Hello, good morning, and welcome to episode 8 of Timberborn, Fire Breathers with the Ember Pelts mod. So, a few things have happened in the last couple of cycles. Um, all of this dynamite has put in, and we did, unfortunately, run out, and I was waiting on, they were basically just making one, and then it would immediately go here, and it just took forever. So, what I want to do, our storages are full now. I let it run for an extra couple cycles, just while I was doing some stuff around my house. But I did move all of this. So I want to detonate this upper level and the two lower levels here, just so we can do. This. This way we can fit in the rest of the triple dynamites here. And then this area should be good and should be ready to be filled. These were put in the last episode. Excuse me. These were put in the last episode. And so I just moved this during the portion that I cut out. But yeah, so a whole bunch of beavers coming in. One more thing I did want to point out. Having this running, I changed all of these to be on less than 90%. And so we had an issue where this was causing so many injuries. There was like 25 at a time. And so I added a whole bunch of medical beds as well. But anyways, going back to what I was saying about the dynamite, because we're full of storage now, what I really want to do is put in an underground tank here, and then we should be able to fit, if I remove some of this, an underground warehouse for dynamite. So, if I do that, and that, that should happen, at some point. We did also have quite a bit of, I'm actually going to pause the game here. We did have quite a bit of materials disintegrate over in this area because these underground piles take bricks, which I found out the hard way that we were out of. So I have these running again. And I did also add all of the dynamite in the smaller bits that wouldn't have otherwise been done. So pause the game because I kind of want to do a little bit of work over here, and I don't want to waste the time that we currently have just yapping. So what I think I'd like to do is increase this level. I deleted this levy, and I should not have, but it's fine. So what I would like to do is have the water come up one more level. Or no, that wasn't what I wanted to do. I was trying to do, I think, the lesser level. Hold on a second. So if we come down here, it would have to be... Yeah, so we'd have to get some levees back in here. I know we took those out. I do want to put this terrain back in, which reminds me, there's some terrain that we have to fix on the other side of the map, so don't let me forget about that. So then, let's see, this is going to have to be put back in. Since this is a levee tunnel, they should be able... this won't let any water out, or at least shouldn't. Right, so what we wanted to do with this is have both clean and bad water, come up through here, and then it would go out this this side of the map if it was dirty and then continue on if it were clean. However, oh, I unpaused. I didn't mean to do that. However, what I think I might want to do instead is just force all of the water out and have it come into the reservoir that we were going to build here, which I should just do. I've been talking about this reservoir for a while and still haven't done it. So I'm just going to do all of this. These I don't think are waterproof, so I can't build around that. But what I did want to do, let's see, if we do something like this, we'll get rid of this guy, replace it with a sluice, have this keep, let's do 0.25. I think that's fine. And then I'll have to get rid of all of this. Yeah, because I don't want to have the beavers come in and do this. Okay, so let's see here. What I'm gonna do. What we're gonna do. I'm gonna bring this path back in here. Because I don't want them to build all of this. Well, I mean, of course I want them to build all of it. I just don't want them to get stuck in here, which, of course, we all know that they will do. So, I want to... Let's see, we can just do that. They should be able to reach all 3 of those. And then from this side, we'll just do 3 also. That should be fine. Yeah, that should be fine, I hope. Okay, so... let's get the game running again. Yeah. Okay, so one thing I did also want to point out. Since we've got this area that produces plenty of trees, I don't think we need to have any trees down here anymore. Especially because what I intend to do, once we get all of the, once we get all of the industrial area moved over here after all of this is removed, then what I'd like to do, of course, this will be irrigated. So I want to have this be an apple tree farm so that we can get apple trees. And I do believe that this area will end up being irrigated. But if it's not, then of course this will have water in it, so we can bring a pipe down and through and have this. We can, you know, do this. We can irrigate this with a pipe. Sorry, I'm a little dense this morning. But yeah, so all of this is put in. So let's just go ahead and we'll detonate all of this. I'm gonna take a drink of water, even though I should be drinking coffee, but it's fine. Awesome. Okay, so I ended up removing, because we had a whole bunch of builder beavers just sitting around, because, you know, we could only make 3 dynamite at a time. So we had a whole bunch of builder beavers sitting around. So I ended up removing the ladder that was here and putting tubeways in, so that they could end up over here and start on this tunnel, this tubeway pipe. Which brings us to the terrain that we need to redo. So, yeah, I'm going to do that in a second. But what I do want to do, because I removed the ladder from here, I put it over here, and I'm now realizing that that was a big mistake. So what I'm going to do is just go around and detonate everything that's still here, so that we don't have to worry about building a ladder or a staircase of some sort multiple times. What we're going to do is just delete the ladder that I put in, because of course I put it in the wrong spot. they'll collect it all. And I should have put it connecting to this now, this level that we now have here, which of course I did not. So that means we have to do this again. So that's going to go in here. That should be an okay enough area. We do have our bad tide warning, so I guess that means we're not going to do anything else over by the water sources, but that's fine. So I'm just going to get a whole bunch of paths in here because, you know, I will just put paths everywhere to make sure we can reach everything. And then what I'll end up doing is put more dynamite. Put more dynamite in on this level, and then what I'll just do is just deprioritize it. What is this? This is dynamite and extract. Get that immediately. How do we have that? I don't even know. That's odd. Okay. Well, anyways, yeah, so collect that immediately. There it is. Awesome. Okay. So that works. And what I want to do is start placing all of the dynamite from this side. So that we can detonate this sort of as we go. Or at least that's my intention. We'll see if that actually happens, but, you know, we'll see. It's possible. Probably won't work the way that I want it to, but that's fine. Yeah, and here they all come running in. So we're also going to need singles here and here and there. Because once this all comes down, then we can fill this back in with doubles, versus if we put triples in, then we wouldn't be able to get around to the other sides, which I guess, no, would still be a problem, because they'd only be able to do the outer ring first, because I didn't leave space for a staircase, because I am dense this morning. So, let's just get all of this put in. We'll come back in with doubles, get all of this laid in. So that they can start on this immediately. And then, like I said, I will just deprioritize this because I want them working on other things. So it's going to be lowest priority. We'll start on this side. There we go. Oh, I should have started on the other corner. That's fine. Okay, so we got all of this in. I'm just gonna leave the little bits. That's fine. The couple that are there. Yeah, and then I do actually want them to do this upper level, and this upper level as well. So, yeah, and the lower levels will be fine. Those aren't, you know, any sort of urgent. So, but anyways, over here, they have not been able to construct this dirt, because all of the arrows are facing the wrong direction. So we are going to come in and just get rid of all of that. Because what I want to do is get rid of this tubeway as well, and have them collect this. Let's see, I do want this put in. I don't think they're going to be able to reach. Yeah. Okay, so we'll just have to do one of those so that they can reach that one. Our bad tide started. That's fine. Okay, but deleted this guy because I want to come in with a two-way bridge so that we can actually get over here and start building the terrain from this side. Now, we did have, I think at the end of the last episode, we had broken 100,000 science, and by the time I spent most of it, we were just over 120,000. So we do have now everything unlocked. So that's fun. But anyways, let's get all of this terrain back in here. I should have done one less. Wait a second. Wait a second. Okay, come and collect all that. I should have done one less. Okay. So then we do a regular tube. We'll do a 3 across. And they can reach all of that now. Fantastic. So we'll do that. Okay. And then this, of course, because it is a bridge, means that we cannot have anything under it. But that's fine because, you know, we'll just end up deleting it. That's okay. What I do plan on doing is having the beavers finish the aqueduct that we have all the way through so that it gets connected to this pipe or to this tube, because this one connects everywhere else. And then they should be able to finish the under portions under the bridge here, coming in from this side. So that's the intention anyway. We'll see if it works out that way. But anyways, so let's see. Construction is waiting for construction below. Let's do... Oh, I thought it said 0. Okay. Well, that's fine. So let's just, let's collect this then, because that's gonna mess something up over here, as it always does. Yeah. Okay. So somebody come and finish this today, preferably. I don't know why they're still doing this when it's all deprioritized. And there's plenty of other things to do. Right? Because they can reach that. Yeah, they can reach that. Yeah. Okay, why are they not doing it then? Why are they not doing it? Okay, and this one's at 94%. Why have we not done this? Okay, so these, though, can be done. Perfect. That gives them access to everything else. So we can do those two. Awesome. And then I'm going to need to come in here with the doubles. Awesome. Again, why are we still doing this? Why are we still doing this? Okay, whatever. It's fine. I guess this is kind of done, though, so that's, you know, that is what it is. But anyways, let's see here. Let's get rid of both of those. Oh, man, I didn't put the... I also really hope you can't hear the fighter jet that is seemingly directly outside my bedroom window. So, let's see here. Yeah, that's not reachable, but that is. Okay, so I need to put these two back in. Then that'll be reachable. Let's see. Hello. What am I doing? Okay. Then this can go back in, and then we will finish along the top here. There we go. Okay, so somebody come get this put in. Not that I think they'll be able to build that, but I think that would look better without the hole. Yeah. And all of this is in. So let's get rid of everything here. And we will detonate all of this. Perfect. Yeah, see? This would not have been possible without this bridge. Perfect. I just want this one done, though. Oh, come on. 19%. There it is. Okay. Now we can delete both of these. All right. And they should be able to build all of this from inside the tube. But, of course, I could be proven wrong, so don't quote me on that. Wait a second. Did I mess something up here? I think I messed something up here. Because that is that. which we do have access to, so we could do that. Let's do that. But I don't think this row here needs to be doubles. I think this should only be singles. Because then it would just, I mean, it's not going to blow up the tube, but it would blow up the space that the tube is in, which is not what we want. So I think this needs to just be singles. Okay. Okay. Let's get rid of these singles. Or not get rid of, but detonate. You know what I mean. So now we only have this one single left. That should be fine. Okay. This staircase is almost put in. Awesome. All of that was collected. Let's copy that. Put those two in there. They should both be reachable, yes. But I think I'm just gonna prioritize that one first, just to be safe. Yeah. But what I did also want to do, because we have a tubeway going through the inside of this tunnel, if I come down here, we should be able, if I bring a tubeway up through here, right? If we take this guy out and replace it with a tubeway levee, then that should give us a way down here. This is still paused because I don't really want them building this just yet, but we can fit the small tubeway station here and connect it with a path, and that gives us the ability to access everything. Which I'm now realizing that I don't think they'll be able to do. Oh boy. Oh, this whole thing needs to be redesigned. Oh, I really don't think they're going to be able to do all of this. That's a problem. That's a problem. Is all of this? Yes, but it's all the same direction. So if I do that, I can do that. It's all now still in range. Okay. Oh boy. Yeah, I think this is all gonna need a redesign. That's unfortunate. Oh boy. Okay. All right. Well, what I think we're just gonna do is wait and see, because I don't think they're gonna be able to build any of the terrain that's here, because they can't build the vertical part, so they can't build any of these overhangs. And the way dirt works is they can't build. They have to start building at the bottom. They won't build the overhang, the overhanging portion of the dirt, until they build the 4x1. So I guess maybe if I delete the 4x1s, if I delete the 4x1s, that doesn't delete any of the terrain. So I don't even need to have this here anyways. Right? Because that would be 1, 2, 3. So then I could build a portion of it out here. Okay. I'm realizing how bad this idea is. Okay, let's just delete and yeah, we'll just delete and do it again, because that's gonna be the easiest option. Okay, so I'm just going to, let's just start at the top, I guess. Right. Okay, so we can't come out anymore. Pardon my sneeze there. Okay, so this would have to be, if we copy this and then come down here, this would have to be here to allow us to come out one more. Right? So then we can't do any else anymore on the bottom. No. Okay. So then this would be where the overhang needs to be. So if we do a 3 and a 2, then it would be a 3 and a 6. Which I don't think is going to allow that to... Oh, it does. Oh, fantastic. Oh, fantastic. Okay. Okay. All right. So then that all gets connected. And there's that. Okay. That's better. Okay, they should be able to now build all of this. Should being the operative word. Okay, so hopefully this ends up working. I'm confident, but not at the same time. So yeah, little problem there. We're also going to need a way to regulate flow. Because if we end up having the water, okay, they finished this and nobody got trapped. Okay, so let's do something like this. I mean, our longest drought is only going to be, what, 30 days? So I don't think it needs to be any sort of humongous, you know, amount of water, but if it's possible to not waste, then we might as well collect it. So this is just what it's gonna have to be. And I did this because I wanted to build the second level from the ground, and then we'll start working with the with ladders. Okay. All right. I probably could have this come out this way though. No, it's okay. Well, let's do it. Let's do it. Okay. Oh, I didn't want to. Okay. Alright, so let's just get the rest of that in. Awesome. So now, what I can do, once they finish building these 3, we'll put a ladder in. I guess we could just do it now. Because then once this level is in, they won't be able to use the ladder to walk on top of the finished levees that are here. So that will force them to build this one from the ladder. And then we'll add a second ladder. And then I don't know how much water is exactly going to be coming out of this. So I don't know how tall this will need to be. Maybe let's do, well, actually, let's do this so that we could start working on collecting trees again. Okay. Because we are running low. But anyways, let's do 5. I think 5 will be a good starting point. And if we end up with more, then, you know, we end up with more and we'll just build it bigger. So, let's get the rest of this put in here. There we go. So, actually, now that I say this out loud, let's do, let's do 6. Let's do 6. Yeah, because then that's just going to be easy. And we can do 2 of the 3 platforms for all of the corners that I did. So, triple platforms, we're going to need this. Cool. Awesome. So, now we can run the path all along here. Cool. So, once this is put in, then we'll put in the second level. Perfect. Or the second ladder, I mean, not the second level. Okay. So. Ooh, you know what I should have done? I should have brought the tubeway up here first. Okay. Well, that's fine. What we're gonna do then, so, oh man, I did this all sorts of wrong. Okay. So, let's put that levee back in. I want to delete... Oh, we're not even using the impermeable floors. Okay, I really thought this was gonna be more water than it is, but I guess not. So, we'll just collect all of that. Yeah. Collect all of that. We can have all of this come through here and all of that. And then, oh, I put impermeable floors on this level also, didn't I? Right. Well, wow, I really just did this all sorts of wrong. Okay. So, let's see here. Can I somehow click and not have to delete and put the, no, I think I'm just gonna have to do this, get rid of the impermeables, and then put the tubes back in. Okay, so let's get all of this prioritized. Okay, so I don't think we brought this far enough over. Nope. Okay. So, I'm just gonna come, we'll do this corner with the tubeway tunnel. Bring this down. Couple more. Okay. Awesome. Then they'll build that upwards. We can put in another one of those. Okay. And then this is what I was saying I should have done. I should have brought the tubeway over and then had this be a tubeway levee so that we could have a tubeway running out of this. Since we'll need to bring one over and through. However, what I could just do is, well, I guess we can leave that. Hold on. Let's bring this over. We'll bring this down. What I am going to do, since they haven't built this, let's do this one. This can be our tubeway levee, which is that. Cool, and then we'll bring the levees back in with path as well. Okay. All right. So, let's Let's just bring all of this over here. Perfect. I think that's kind of too far over, but that's fine. Okay, let's just do platforms here. Bring this over, bring this over. All of this. Awesome. Because what I wanted to do for this side is have this be the part that brings water, the tunnel that brings water from the source here, over into here where we'll have all of our pumps. Speaking of pumps, let's get all of the double platforms in and hope that this is enough width-wise. So we're going to have a straw here. So it's 2 wide plus a path plus that one. Okay. Cool. Okay, so path will go through the middle here. Then we'll have automated water pump. These do take power. So I'm going to hook it up to this just for now. And then, you know, we'll see where it goes from there. So. Okay. Awesome. So, this is going to have to be a vertical here. We'll bring the regular shafts over, do that one with the platforms and that. Okay. All right. Okay. That should work. I shouldn't actually need those two or that one. Yeah, that should be fine. Okay. And then I'm going to deprioritize this just a little bit because I don't want all of the beavers coming and running and doing all of this. And then this ends up taking all of our attention. But hey, so this is coming along pretty nicely. Okay, cool. Yeah, I'm really glad that they were actually able to do this. Or well, I guess they're able to do it now that we have redone how all of this works. So hopefully this happens by the end of today's episode and I can just pause the dirt excavator and we can be done with it. So yeah, maybe I give it just a little bit of a priority. Let's do that. Yeah. Don't waste time on that. That's, you know, nowhere near a priority because we still have all of that, plus the 2,200 that we have in storage. Oh, and there's even a little bit of scrap metal there too, so we might as well put in a flag. Yeah, might as well. Let's do 2. Why not? They can do this whenever. It's just a little bit. It's not a crazy amount of scrap metal, so I'm not worried about it at any sense. Okay. Awesome. So, oh, and they are already able to build the triple platform. Perfect. I was hoping that they were able to do that. Perfect. Okay, so coming over here, gotta finish these. Have they started? I'm really hoping they have on... Yes, perfect. Okay. I do want... You know what? And then I think I'm just going to pause the upper 2 so that they can at least get this 1 in. It's really all that I want to be done, is that 1, because then that will block them from getting everything else. Or, getting stuck anywhere else, really. So, well, let's see here. I should be able to, yeah, do that. And I can't do it here. Well, I mean, I could, but would just require a staircase. Yeah, which I don't think is... It's not that big of a deal that they get this done, so, you know, we'll just let them do it. And I'll delete this path later. So, okay, just get this one done. And then I will unpause the 2 ladders, and we'll call it good. That 25% was a big help, guy. Come on. Come on. Somebody come in here and finish this. Perfect. Okay. So, I will undo those. Perfect. And then this is going to take a while. I'm not worried. But what I should be worried about is overflow. So, yeah, I should be worried about overflow quite a bit. So, let's do these 3. We'll just replace them with dams. That's our easiest solution. Yeah, that's fine. That's fine. Okay. And I am realizing that I should have started planting these sooner. And I guess we can still use this for farming. I should have built the reservoir first before thinking that this was something we could cut down. Or not use, because this will just help us, you know? And I'm now realizing that we have almost 8 days left. That's a bad thing. Yeah, because there's not much water in here, and we've only got 650. So, yeah, that's a problem. That's a big, big problem. Oh boy. Okay, well, hold on. Let's get some quick math in here. So corn, we've got 604, which we know multiplies by 4, so that's 2,400. That should last 7 days. 2,400 consuming 160, 180 per day. It's 13 days. So yeah, we'll be fine with corn alone. Plus we have the grilled beets on top of that. So that should be fine. But yeah, water is the one that I'm worried about. So, oh boy. Okay, that could be a problem. That could be a problem. But, well, you know what? Let's see here. With all of the science that we had, I unlocked the mechanical fluid pump. I unlocked everything, really. So I do believe that I still have the mechanical filter pump. Yes, and it's active. Fantastic. So we can turn bad water into good water. Oh, yeah. Okay. So let's see here. My intention for this was to continue this along. And then do the impermeable floors along the top. Okay. So now, so this will close during a temperate cycle, which will then force the water up. It will be stopped here and be forced along this way, stopping here because it's a two-way levee. Okay, so that means our problem is all of the water that is now collected in this reservoir back flowing into that. Okay, so let's do here. Yeah, we'll just do the regular tunnels, and I'm prioritizing all of this because I want it to be done this drought cycle. Okay, we got up to 1,000 water. We've only got 5 days left. That actually should be like just barely enough. Yeah, that barely enough. Yeah, and we've now, all of the pumps are now done. Okay, so I'm going to set this to temperate weather, and I'm going to set it to 2 days. Yeah, and there goes all of our irrigation. Okay. So yeah, this is, unfortunately just a kick in the butt to get all of this done so that we can have all of this be irrigated and everything. Okay, we've got enough bad water. I'm going to pause this. And I'm going to come down here, actually, and set this to be 10%. Okay, and then we'll unpause. So, yeah, that'll start working again at 10%. That's fine. What I wanted to do with all of these relays and everything was have it stop at 90% and start at 10%, but I've done that wrong. And I think I would need to have 2 resource counters and 2 relays each. So 1 resource counter for 90, 1 resource counter for 10, and then 1 relay to have both of the resource counters connecting, and then a second relay to have the first relay and the weather station talk to each other. I think. So yeah, I will have to play around with that and see if I'm right, and inevitably when I'm wrong, what the actual correct way to do all of that is. But anyways, so this is all in fantastic. What I wanted to do here is delete all of this. I said all. Thank you. And then have, this is gonna need to be a, oh, I'm gonna need to lengthen this. Can I fit a tubeway underneath? No, I cannot. Yeah, I need to make this bigger. Okay, so I'll just do that. This can actually just be, this is a throttling valve. I wanted a sluice. This can just be set to open. Because all it's going to do is prevent water from backflowing. So I think that's all that it needs to do. Okay, and now that's gone. So what we'll do here is the oh, I guess I didn't need to delete those, but we'll do that. Bring the tubeway along here. Right, this is gonna have to be a tubeway levee. I think we'll need 1. That's not reachable anymore. Okay, I think that's the way that I want this. I hope that's correct. Yeah, this is just gonna then cause a little bit of water to remain in here. Which I guess is fine. Yeah, I guess that's fine. I guess. That's okay. We'll just have to manage, and if it's not fine, then we'll figure something else out. That's really our only options. So, yeah, unfortunate that all of this is no longer irrigated, but luckily this is, so we're not completely out of logs, even though we're spiraling downward very quickly. Oh boy. Okay. All right. Well, that's fine. Yeah, that's fine. That's just gonna have to be how it is. Oh boy. Okay. Well, this tunnel needs to get worked on. So, let's see here. If I have this two-way tunnel underneath this one, and if I keep this one wide, I think this will irrigate everything. So yeah, that will just come straight out. And we could even have this connect to here. You know what? Let's do this. We'll have this come over and connect and come out of that one, because we did put a, I'm not going to be able to click on it, a two-way levee in here. So water cannot flow downward through that two-way tunnel. So perfect. This is not going to end up irrigated. So what I think we can do is one of these. And then if we come over this way, we can do one of those. This is going to have to come over, and we'll do something like that. And then the rest of this should be irrigated from the water that's here. I hope. And we do still need to get rid of this mountain as well. So, yeah, that'll be interesting. And we only have one storage for metal blocks. So I'm going to change this one to metal blocks and this one to metal blocks. Okay, and our water's back. Fantastic. Okay. Yeah, that barely gave us enough water. We only have 130 left. That was just not good. Yeah, no. Yeah, that's a problem. The fact that we only have 8 pumps is the bigger problem. Okay, so maybe what I end up doing is let's build these two. This one and all of this. Yeah. That should be fine. This produces this produces 250. These each take 75. Okay, so that's 150. That should be good enough for just 2. Yeah. So then I should actually do that. Because then 3 will be 225. So yeah, that should be fine. And this is coming along nicely. They haven't put any work into this tube, which is fine. They didn't need to. Awesome. They are starting that, but I think they're just doing it from the top. So, you know, that is what it is. Okay. Oh, this is already all full of water? Dude, that's awesome. How? 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 This is at 0.76. but it's still flowing out of that. Right. Okay. So it had to have just surged. Which is less than ideal because that means we might end up with a little bit of bad water if this surges like that. Yeah, that's a problem. Okay, so it's at 92%, guys. Just please, please. Do me a solid. There it is. Okay. How did I click the double platform through that? Okay. So this is now closed, which means water should be filling. Yeah, and is now going through all of that. But because, of course, it has nowhere to go. Right. So if I come in and prioritize all of that, then we can start collecting this water. It's just going to flow out of here. So yeah, that's it is what it is. But hey, I should now be able to set both of these to 100%. I probably could even set this a little bit higher so we can just store a little bit of water in here. Yeah. Hopefully that works the way I want it to work. Hopefully. Okay. All right. Well, if it doesn't, then it doesn't, and we'll deal. We'll manage. Yeah, that's just gonna have to be what it is. And I thought I was clever putting these here, but I realize I am going to end up having to move all of that all over again, unfortunately, but it is what it is. Yeah, because I think I mentioned this in one of the previous episodes. The highest level of this is higher than this. So with this being at the lowest point of this reservoir, this is just going to flood this one. So options are fill this entire thing with fill the entire thing with double platforms and impermeable floors, which I kind of wanted to do anyways. The intention was to do 2 levels of double platforms. And then housing, and then do industrial on top of the housing so that the housing would transfer the power. And I wouldn't have to worry about building spacing or any sort of anything other than just putting the building on top. So yeah, I think impermeable floors are going to have to be the move. Which just means, okay, so then maybe impermeables aren't the move. So the reason this is all going to have to move, is so that we can have probably going to end up being a mechanical filter pump, or a fluid pump, collecting water from here, pumping it up. We can even do it, on top of the current aqueduct, and just have it flow in through the top here to flow back into this one. Yeah, that's probably going to be the easiest move. Oh, hey, and this is almost done. Water's kind of peeking through here. Why do we not have any beets? Oh, they take 6 days, but we still have... Oh, we had like 600 and something corn, though. Okay, so, yeah, we need to start... We need to start farming. Well, start farming elsewhere. That's really what it is. Yeah. have to. We're at the point of have to. And not even for the well-being bonus of other foods. Like, we need to start doing this. This needs to happen. All right, well, let's see here. I can detonate all of this. Yeah, see? So, perfect. And I should have checked that. I should have checked that everything was done here, but luckily it was. This, which I paid absolutely no attention to. So I said in the last episode that this needed to be done this episode, and here we are at the end of this episode, and it hasn't been done. So, I think we're just gonna wait until all of this dynamite has been put in, and we can put in the fluid pump. Is this 3 or 4? No, it's 4. Okay, that kind of looked like 3 for a second, so I jinked myself. Anyways, so yeah, that's an issue. Yeah. What I think we're gonna end up doing is using the 3x3 platforms, just on top of here all the way over. But then that would bring them to 1 less height than the top of that. Okay, so maybe we have them supported by single platforms. Yeah, that may end up being what's happening. Oh hey, and this has sprouted through. Perfect. So it just is now flooding everything. Which, yeah, I kind of figured was going to happen, but it's fine. It's just going to be a half a day. These pine trees will last another half a day. So, that's fine. I just don't think that means the forester will plant these couple of trees here because it's flooded, right? Nope. Yeah, he's just sitting up there. Yeah, okay. So, that's fine. This will, oh, hey, and they're building this from the inside of the tube. That's cool. They've done that before. I don't know why I'm surprised now, but anyways. Yeah, so that should mean that they end up building. So should I maybe bring a tubeway around the inside of the entire reservoir so we can get, oh, well, I guess not, because the, the, temperate cycle just ended. But wait a second, all of this water really just receded through here. Okay, but no, it stopped. And this did not surge anything. Okay, so at the end, what's flooded? Oh, we knew that. So the end of this drought. We haven't had one of those this entire game. I don't know, it's crazy. At the end of this bad tide, I will need to pay attention to this to see if this surges at all. Because if it does, I may end up maybe widening this or changing this up a little bit just so that we can get all of the bad water out before it brings, before it goes higher. Because I don't want any bad water in this at all. So, we'll see. Things to do. Things to think about. We'll figure it out. Yeah. Okay. All right. So, this is going to take them quite a while. Oh, and even longer because we've only got 40 logs. Okay. Yeah, that's a problem. But at least we have beets now. And we do have, we've got quite a bit of water, but definitely not enough for 17 more days. So this needs to be set to bad tide. Yeah, so that we can collect a little bit more here. Let's see, I was doing 180, I think, right? Yeah, 180 times, we'll do 18 days, is 3,200 water. So we need to double what we have. Okay, yeah, and they probably haven't started on this. Let's see. I mean, they've done one, and they've started on that. So, okay. Yeah, well, let's see here. I can deprioritize this because I don't need them coming up here. And I mean, I guess there's no really point in having them do any of this. Yeah, because we don't have water. We don't have this reservoir isn't set up correctly yet. So, okay. And we're down into 30 logs. Oh boy. Okay. All right. So we'll just unpause those two. No available workers in district. Lovely. Okay. So then we'll just pause these guys until everything is until everything's grown up, and then we'll unpause. Yeah, we probably could just shuffle the beavers from this to this. Hopefully in the same amount of time. Oh boy. Oh boy. Logs are going to be an issue. Logs are going to be an issue. But hey, I probably should stop planking them. That would be a really big help. And I know that they're just making logs, or making, planks because we're using them. Okay. Alright, so then I'm just gonna turn off, as you saw, all of the lumber mills and all of the gear workshops, because even though we're using gears, we're not using gears. We've got just under 700. We'll be fine. Planks, we've got 776. Not great, because this is going to take a bit of planks, as does each tubeway takes 4. So yeah, that could be a little bit of an issue. So maybe I'll unpause 1. Maybe I'll unpause 1. Once we get logs closer to the 500 range, maybe then we can unpause one of them. But yeah, logs are going to be an issue. Logs are going to be an issue. Okay. All right. Well, I think this is going to be the end of this episode. Yeah, because there's no point in continuing on, because this is just going to be a waiting game. Trees growing up, using the logs. Oh, we use logs for... Oh, no. We use logs for food. Okay. Right. Well, this is going to be an interesting one. Let's see. Each of you can actually be paused. That'll save us some beavers. Boy, oh boy. Yeah, this will be interesting. Okay. All right. Well, I'll thank you all so very much for watching. Crying, screaming, kicking at the screen during this episode. Especially the ending portion of it. But anyways, yeah, thank you all so very much for watching. And I will see you in the next episode.